My name is Hans Ramirez from BSBA Marketing Management 2A, and this is my activity 1 for PATHFIT 4. I always like starting with warming up my shoulders. Shoulders are heavily involved in pushing and pulling movements, and the more intense those movements are, the more load the shoulders face and the more stability the shoulder needs. The rotator cuff is the primary stabilizer of the shoulder, so I like to warm it up with the weighted rotator cuff external rotations, which dynamically warm up and stretch the shoulder in a vulnerable position. The next is deep push-ups. I do this to warm up the chest, dynamically stretch the shoulders, and warm up my back in a deep push position. This also warms up my triceps, which are going to play a big role in my first exercise. The next is deep, slow squats. This is to warm up the posterior chains and my legs. It also warms up my knee joints while activating my lower back, the spinal erectors, the upper back, and the lats, as well as the core. Now, into the fundamental movements. With push, I like doing dips. They say dips are the squat equivalent to the upper body since it mainly targets the chest, shoulders, and triceps, but the movement puts the body in such a deep, vulnerable position, so other posterior chain muscles such as the upper back, lats, and a little bit of the spinal erectors get activated for stability. Doing dips with proper form can lead to bulletproof shoulders and a well-developed chest, and let's not forget a solid back. For pull-ups on a bar with a pronated grip is the fundamental vertical pulling exercise. It works a lot of the back muscles, including the lats, the upper back, and the traps. It also works the forearms for grip, as well as the biceps and the rear delts. Now for my favorite exercise, the squats. The barbell back squats are the fundamental squat movement. It works a huge percentage of the body, including quads, glutes, spinal erectors, lower back, and core. And even if it doesn't look like it, the shoulders as well. I love doing these heavy and it will remain as my favorite exercise. For lunges, I did these with dumbbell walking lunges, and these are the first time I've done them, and I gotta say, I don't like this kind of movement. Back to exercises that I actually like, the deadlifts. These work the entire posterior chain, and from a quick glance, it looks like it's just the butt and the lower back, but it's actually working the upper back, the lats, the forearms, and the shoulders. I love doing these heavy as well, and with good form, it can lead to a bulletproof lower back and a really powerful hip hinge. These weighted dumbbell twists are something that I've never done before, but with enough weight and good form, I could feel my abdominal muscles and overall core area activate. Now the barbell walks were a bit interesting for me. I set it up like a back squat, so it recruits the upper back and the shoulders as well as the lats. And since the mass is placed high, it's great for building hip and back stability while taking those steps. And finally, for my cool down stretches, I opted for a seated toe reach and shoulder stretch with torso rotation to statically stretch my back, my legs, my shoulders, and my arms. And that's my workout. Thank you for watching.